Hello, my souls, and welcome back to Pathologic 2. We're gonna see what the Inquisition changes in this playthrough. They seem to be a little bit, As always, Aki, yes. Belly rubs for the Aki! No. Anyways, hello Aki, hello Volk, hello Delint, hello Douglas, and hello to anybody else who might be watching. Them. Oh, and for the sake of pointing out, I have my drink. And because it's going to be a long night, I have coffee. Ooh. I forgot I made it a mocha. Aw. Douglas, you are a sleepy thing. Nom nom face and snuggle. Either way. Night, Douglas. See, I've had people say that, but you've never tried my coffee. I actually know how to brew it properly, rather than the sludge you get just from a normal brew. Mostly because I grind my own beans. I know the trick of the grind. Oh. The higher your immunity, the slower the infection grows. Huh, nice. Hey, Freemander! Nom nom and welcome. I like tea too. Although, in today's case, I'm drinking coffee mostly because after the live stream, we have a recording thing with Frost that's probably going to take about another hour. And we've got a bunch of editing to do to get started on the next video coming out Friday, which, by the way, since the rant series is kind of on hold right now because I don't have very much to rant about, you guys are going to get some more Frost content. So, yay! Nice, Freemander. Definitely study hard and good luck on that one. Ow. I don't know why I haven't switched to cotton in this thing yet. It's very obviously burnt. Oh well, it doesn't taste burnt. It feels burnt. Ah. Time to go see the Inquisitor. Hmm. Yay, fruit wraps! Nom nom nom. I actually really like fruit wraps, but they're a lot of sugar. Still tasty, though. Eh. Yeah, no, there's a lot of idiots in mine, too. Trust me. I don't have a driver's license, but I have essentially a moped. I've been hit by idiot drivers at least 5 times since starting to drive that thing. I've also had 2 near head-on collisions. Which, by the way, a head-on collision on a moped is almost always going to fuck you up pretty bad. They're usually fatal. Thankfully, I've avoided any actual true head-on collisions. Yeah, no, that's actually one of the ways I wound up in the hospital with a major concussion about 2 or 3 years ago because I was on a moped and some idiot pulled out in front of me and then just kind of stopped there. Idiot stopped halfway in and halfway out of the fucking road. And I didn't have the time to maneuver around them. But I digress. Idiots are everywhere. In fact, there's a saying that one of my old professors used to adhere to is that no matter where you go, there's always an idiot in waiting. And no matter what situation you're in, there's always going to be that one person that just doesn't know what they're doing or doesn't want to know what they're doing. Yay! Hello, Tabby. The downside to the concept of the idiot in waiting, though, is there are times when you will eventually realize there isn't an idiot waiting. In those particular instances, normally the idiot in waiting is you. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where somebody around you isn't being stupid, chances are you're the most likely candidate to be the idiot in waiting for somebody else. In moments like that, you have to be very, very conscious of what you're doing and what you say and how you interact with people. Ah. The words jam with my musk. Just, that means something entirely different. I know it was probably a typo, but still, that holds a whole different meaning to people in the furry community. Is 10 grams of sugar a lot? It depends. To somebody who's diabetic, 10 grams of sugar is a lot. To somebody who's normal and healthy, not really. I mean, it is excessive no matter what, but it's not going to be as dangerous for somebody who, you know, doesn't have diabetes. I want to get to that trash can. It's not going to let me get to that trash can because it's invisi-walling me. Did the Inquisition just throw all of the fucking dead and dying out on the street? I think the Inquisition just threw all the dead and dying out on the street. Do you know how one can tell a simple mole from a malignant melanoma? It's symmetry. Natural processes are symmetry. An arm on the left, an arm on the right. Each action bears a symmetrical reaction, but illness is twisted. It grows to the side. Not all good things are symmetrical, to the contrary, actually. It's a myth, actually. The heart is located almost directly in the center of your chest. Some doctor you are. Almost, but not entirely. This tumor is malignant. I can see that. What's this about a raccoon? Yes and no. I could have sworn I was supposed to come here. There's nothing for me here. Prisoner arrives in the town. She wants to see me. I have nothing to show her, but hiding is not an option. I will go talk to her, and then I will take a boat over here, and then go check this out. Alright. Later, Tabby. I'm numb face. Needle and thimble. Someone has to have food. I'm starving again. Do I have anything to stave off hunger? I have nothing to stave off hunger. Nom noms the dilent face. Peanuts. They won't do much for the hunger, but they'll give me a little extra time. At least this way I'm not, losing health for the next couple seconds, at least. I pray that the Inquisition gives me money of some kind. Or something that I can use to get food. I've got to come over here and see if I can find something. The cathedral's right down there. There's a food store over there. I've got 300.
Come over here.
Who are you telling to come over here? If you attack me, you're a guard. Oh, you're attacking him.
There he is.
Oh, damn it.
You're not going anywhere.
Bye! Gallows?
Hey, you.
It is bad for you, but not really that bad, especially if you're younger. Your body can regenerate from a lot of bullshit. When you're young.
She made an example of murderers and madmen.
Oh, so you've
That
been
was
invited
maybe
to this
prologue.
performance too?
The
You
game
mean the
itself
gallows?
is yet
Reckon
to
will
start.
spectate or go on stage? Well, we won't direct the play, that's for sure, but I was talking about what awaits us inside. Guess we'll have to accept our fate, whatever it is. All the world's a stage, sometimes a gallows stage. I foresee a unique experience. We are about to witness a most exquisite one-woman show. I suggest you keep track of it and learn her devices. It'll come in handy. Are Inquisitors actors? Absolutely. Her role is difficult, though, so play along, improvise. Drop a brick or two. Derail her with your silly trains of thought. You know the drill. That was a compliment so backhanded I could see through it. All the world is a stage.
What do you call such a person?
This will be a long
slave.
conversation. You must pay complete
A
attention.
slave is
You
what
don't
you
need to
call
tell
them.
the truth, but lying will have consequences. Ready? Well, I'd like to take a seat. Looks like I'm in for something interesting. So what if you Inquisitor... Oh, there. I don't have, to tell the truth? How so? Lies are much more informative, even if the truth saves us both time. Shall we begin? I think we already have. Let's start with the classic problem. Would you push an obnoxious fat man in front of a trolley to keep 4 children from being run over? This is not a problem, it's a provocation. I see. Question 2. Soldiers are about to execute 2 daughters. If you offer them one voluntarily, they will only shoot her. They will only shoot her. If you refuse to cooperate, they will shoot both. Look, why are you asking me this? It's not what you really called me here to talk about. Can't make such a choice unless I'm truly facing this situation, God forbid. They'll kill everyone anyways. Don't cooperate. I have no daughters. Should we maybe get down to business? You're an intriguing man, Artemy Barak. Your speech has unusual cadence to it. A rare thing indeed. But I believe I have now attuned myself to you. Do you know why I'm here? I guess. I've been told you are well versed in the local lore and medicine. With its unusual beliefs about the human body, I've been told you were working on a cure for the disease. And as there can be no cure, this is merely sabotage, am I correct? And who told you that, I wonder? Can a cure be produced, or not? I guess. It can, I guess. I don't know. An hour ago, I was brought a vial and a letter from Stanislav Rubin. He claims the medicine is a tested serum, the serum, and that the town owes its existence to you. Any comment? I don't deserve the honor. I've also been informed he was a close friend of yours. He was. Rubin died tonight, have you not heard? How did he die? Doesn't matter now. What matters is why he sent the sample on your behalf rather than his own. I think he wanted to make up for his outburst. A cure for sand pest changes many things. Thousands of lives and deaths life and death questions, of which I am now interested in 4. Now I need the recipe and access to the ingredients. Show me. Ingredients will be an issue. I don't know where to get them. I don't have a recipe. Barak, are you mad? I don't believe you fully comprehend who I am or what's happening right now. Is this so? Let's deal with the epidemic first and bicker later. What is that sample made of? Blood, mostly. Herbal tinctures, but those are secondary. We're lucky it's September, Twire is in bloom. Infected human blood? No, I don't know whose blood it is. If I didn't just hear you, Barak, I'd assume you were trying to make fun of me. Allow me to reciprocate, then. Did you know that the whole ordeal with divining your fate is more than mere mystical nonsense? Your fate has been amputated. I can tell that for certain. Perhaps. I don't really care. What do you mean? Are you that apathetic, or is it just simply... or is it that you simply don't understand how painful it is to remain a puppet in the hands of those more powerful than you? I act on what I believe is my duty. If someone tries to use my actions to their own end, I don't care. I always try to do the right thing. I don't care if someone orchestrates it. The heart is smarter than the brain. You're a fool, although perhaps you're not the fool here. Go. Oh, this conversation is over. So there will be more at some point. Looking forward to it. Don't give me cheek, Brock. I won't have it. You are to report to me here daily. Any more quips? Or are we done? I understand. Report daily. Will do. This place is a giant clock. I'll explore it more when I'm not starving to death.
She's clearly a
80% or
professional.
so. 85 if
specialist
she's
in her
been to
trade.
the capital in May. Could I have been even higher, but that's a bird story. Is that the possibility of execution or salvation? They're often indistinguishable from another. You know her? Aglaya Lich. An Inquisitor. As an Inquisitor, you mean? I don't know. You don't know if you know her or not? What do you mean? I did indeed perform certain services, errands, really. But that either doesn't mean but that doesn't mean I understood them. Doesn't mean I oppose either. You'll see for yourself soon, and if I don't tell you, you'll sense it. You're the kind to think with your heart. Alright. Food. Food is a necessity right now. I may have to sell water or empty bottles. It's not something I like the concept of, having to sell those things. But if it means saving my life from starving to death, it's something I have to do. Well, that depends. Are you in a position where you can stop them? Do you know where they live? Do you have their address? If you have a friend that is expressing suicidal tendencies, and you know where they live and can do something about it, call the police. Tell them that there's somebody expressing suicidal tendencies. Let them know where they live. Your friend might feel like they've been betrayed, but if it keeps them alive, it's better for them. If you can talk them down from it, do so. But if the need arises, always do whatever you can to save their life, even if it means telling the police or what have you. If you need, you can also Google, actually, if you Google the word suicidal thoughts, it'll give you a list of hotline numbers. Those are suicide prevention hotlines. The very first thing you need to do if they're expressing suicidal tendencies is give them one of those numbers and tell them to call. If they refuse to call that number, call the police. Let the police know what's going on. Have them dispatched to the person's house under a health and safety check. Put your purse away, Ripper. We don't trade for money anymore. What's that supposed to mean? Drag your ears out of your pocket, will you? Coupons. All food is only sold for coupons now. Inquisitor decree. To crucify profiteers. Profiteers? Like they'll care about a stamped piece of paper. You kidding? Where do I get them? Go to the town hall and ask yourself. I suppose they'll add coupons to the fund rewards. Your doctor is an upper crust. You're a doctor. You doctors are the upper crust now, after all. I'd like to eat before I get to the fund reward. I'm gonna starve to death because of this fucking issue. Yeah, I'm gonna starve to death, I can guarantee it. It is almost a certainty at this point, unless I can find something. Thank you, Rick. That is perfect timing. Please have food. I don't need immunity boosters right now. I need something to keep me from starving to death. This is going to kill me. This is going to kill me. I fucking know it. Yep, I do not have enough time to get there. Raisins. Oh, she doesn't have... I don't have anything she fucking wants. Wait, yes I do. Raisins will stave off hunger just long enough, I think. I don't have enough. Don't have anything. It doesn't have any food. Come on. Can't eat ammunition, but I can trade a spring. I don't have anything he wants. I need to start checking dumpsters more often. Hopefully the night market's open today. Ooh, fuck you. Need to give her my last painkiller. And my last white. She needs white antibiotics, and I don't have any. I don't have any white antibiotics. Sorry, I can't help you. Hopefully they give me money and the chits for food. If they do that, then I might be able to afford more clothing to keep me from gaining infection as quickly. Hey, it's the Puggerus! Getting your coupons? Quite so. Any chance you might have seen the hunger or ruin going around? Our hunger and ruin going around? It's called emergency conditions. Help you maintain a semblance of life, our kind benefactor, Inquisitor Aglea Lich introduced centralized distribution of food in exchange for coupons. It's called rationing due to low stock. Well done learning all of those words. What do I do with money now? Centralized distribution, 1 piece of toast per person. Don't offer money to the merchants. We've got ears everywhere. You'll get whatever the Inquisitor decides you're worthy of. It's called basic provisions. So are you taking the coupon? Or are you taking the coupons or not? Sure. The sword is mightier than the pen unless it's an inquisitorial pen. I need food. There's literally a grocery right across the street. Game saved. So they changed the currency that we're using about halfway through the game. My money is no longer stocked. Excuse me. Are you kidding me? I can't even afford a fucking piece of toast. I'll check over there. I'm gonna have to rely on trading with people much, much more now. And I may have to resort to eating rotten food.
Come over here.
I don't wanna. It sounds a little bit like the real world during a pandemic. Or a government lockdown of sorts. I'm about to die. I'm gonna load my game. I'm gonna take the nuts. The difference, Pug, being you don't starve to death in a matter of hours like you do in this game. Humans can go for days without food. In this game, you can't go more than an hour or two without eating something. I'm gonna have to stock up on trash. Things that people want to trade, because right now the easiest way to get food is probably going to be trading it. Or trading for it, rather. I'm also going to have to ration my food a hell of a lot better. Wish me luck in finding things that people want. And I really fucking hope the night market opens up tonight. I'm aware, Pug, and I know how bad that can be. I've been there myself a couple times. If you need something that will keep you alive, the easiest thing to do, not the best for you, but the easiest thing to do, would be to go to the store and grab some lentils and rice. They usually equate to about $3 total. Rationed properly, a bag of lentils and a bag of rice can keep you for up to a week. Not a good way to survive. It's not healthy. But it is a way to survive. So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you only have a couple dollars and can't really afford food, go pick up some lentils and rice. But make sure that if you have enough money for it, get some salt with it, because they're pretty flavorless. Lentils, yes. Just like rice, you boil them in water. If you take a half cup of lentils and a half cup of rice, put it in a pot of water and boil it, that'll keep you for a little while. Do yourself a favor though, and if you're cooking lentils, do not strain the rice, do not wash the rice, do not wash or strain the lentils. Literally, just eat everything. Because when you wash rice, you actually wash away some of the carbohydrates. With lentils, if you cook them by boiling them in water, some of the nutrients seep out into the water while you're cooking them. You don't want to waste that. Trust me, I know. I've had to survive on that particular substance once in my life, and it's not something I would suggest lightly, but if it's an absolute necessity and you absolutely need food, that's the easiest and cheapest way to get it. Well, easiest and cheapest legal way to get it. And they pretty much last forever. So if you do have enough money to afford them, but you still have food, definitely go out and buy a bag of each, just in case. Always better to be prepared than to be in a situation where you don't have enough. Well, this is a predicament. I think I'm stuck in loading. So I'm going to try this. Hopefully that doesn't destroy my fucking save. Nose. Fuck. Lentils very much work the same way. But do remember, you want to cook lentils the same way you cook rice. If you make rice to a point where it gets really soft, you want to cook lentils the same way. The reason being is if you don't cook them enough, they're super hard. Made that mistake the first time I had to eat them and cooked them wrong and almost broke a tooth. So. Ah. Oh, another side note is it is not the greatest option. It is a 100% last resort. But if you're absolutely in need and absolutely have no way of getting food, you can technically eat wood. It is, again, not an ideal thing. It will not keep you alive for very long. But it'll give you the carbohydrates you need to survive at least a small amount of time. Just make sure that if you do go that route, if you absolutely have no other choice, find a way to pound it down into powder. Yes. If you can grind wood down into a powder and boil it, it's kind of like instant mashed potatoes. It doesn't taste good at all. There's absolutely no way to make it taste good. But it's a weird ass survival trick. I actually learned a lot from my grandpa when it came to survival tactics. There are a lot of things you can find just around in like, for example, a wooded area that you can eat. Unless you know how to identify them, never ever ever eat mushrooms. Because yes, there are a lot of mushrooms that grow wild that can be good for you. They can be eaten. But there's also a lot of mushrooms that look like the ones that you can eat, that if you do eat them, they'll kill you. And I actually only know how to identify two types of mushroom myself, and they're dangerous to eat, sort of, because they look almost identical to other ones that if you eat them, they make you hallucinate, they make you throw up, and they make you seize hard enough that it'll break your back. Those would be chicken and hen of the woods. However, they are edible, not a long-term item for survival, by any means. Oh, come on. Are you gonna fucking invisi-wall me until I die? It's gonna invisi-wall me until I die, isn't it? It's gonna invisi-wall me. Nope. Fuck yay. I think the only store that's gonna sell me food for money now is probably gonna be the Shady Shop. Fucking appear, you stupid fuck. This is gonna be a fucking waste of money. But it'll keep me alive. At very least until I can get to the, other shop. At least I hope it will. Yeah, there are quite a few things in Montana that you can eat that grow wild. Another good thing to eat if you can find them are dandelions. They're not... You'd need a fuck ton of them to actually survive, but... they're an okay... They make an okay salad. That's a dude that's gonna attack me. Let's go this way. Yep. Come on. I'm not gonna have a choice. I'm gonna need to eat rotten food if I find it. Because otherwise I'm a dead man. I may be a dead man regardless, because now I'm taking damage again. Scrap name. Yep. Starved to death. which means I'm gonna have to resort to a earlier save. Yeah, no, Russian thistle is one of those things that if you eat it, you're fucked. I see you have
We're all
questions.
strong enough to support
Yeah, it
one
doesn't make
another's
sense. Each new
misfortune.
death brings me closer to defeating it. What do you mean each new death? Are in a fairy tale. People don't come back to life. Or we're not in a fairy tale. People don't come back to life. And what do you mean by defeating? And how? You've never seen me before. Yeah, I remember.
My path was called larger than life. There isn't a single boundary I haven't broken. I've done everything I ever wanted to.
Alright, I'm gonna have to resort to an earlier save. I'm assuming that you tried it once, Pug. Honeysuckle leaves. Yeah, no, they make a decent, they make a decent paste, weirdly enough. Cut it with a little bit of salt and a little bit of sugar, grind it down. Survival foods are weird, by the way. They're not by any means they're not by any means something that you should rely on long term, but they will keep you alive. Yeah, no, Russian thistle is one of those things that's kind of poisonous. It essentially works like ipecac. If you eat even the slightest amount of it, you'll start throwing up. Oh. But yeah, no, the mushrooms that I know how to identify, the only way you can actually identify whether they're the poisonous version or not is to burn one of them. If they burn red, they're poisonous. If they burn, I believe it's blue, they're not. The only problem is you have to fully burn one of them to be able to tell. Or you have to burn a section of one at least, big enough that you can see the flames off of it. Alright. So I'm gonna have to load a prior save. I'm going to have to go through garbage cans as I go towards the Inquisition. Possibly go to the fund first. That's a good way to do it. Eating frog or rat, depending on where you're at. Never use rabbit as a survival food. You will not last long. There's almost no protein whatsoever in rabbit meat. In fact, there's actually a disease you can get from eating too much rabbit. It's you waste away slowly, you start to go delusional, and eventually you just keel over. It's less a disease, it's essentially your body thinking, hey, I have food. Wait, there's no protein. What? Gopher's a little better for you. Not by much, though. Oh, right. No fat, too much protein. Which animal was it that there's next to no protein in? I remember there is one that if you eat it, there's, like, no protein. There's a bit of fat in it. So your body will think you're actually eating something that can keep you alive, but eventually it wastes you away. I'm trying to remember which animal that is.
And so, Katerina has an heiress no more.
Okay, I can't fuck around this time. I have to get stuff out of the trash, and I need to get food. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I also am going to need a lot more water. I'm kind of surprised this game didn't go for the gory truth when it came to blood. Because weirdly enough, you can drink blood for the sake of sating hunger for a little while. Yeah, no, snake is an insanely high protein. Snake is a very, very high protein thing. They're pretty much entirely muscle. I know, I need to go this way. Praying that he doesn't have a knife. Oh, no, he's one of the ones that I can... He has a tourniquet. So the tourniquet I can use to prolong my life a little longer. It gives me a little more health. This was the wrong way. Is it a grocery? Or is it something else? This is a clothing store. take those sharp things. Children like them. And children tend to have food. Grindstones can be traded to some people. Can't go that way. I don't get a choice. I'm gonna have to eat the rotten food. I'm gonna need to get my immunity up hella high. Come on. We'll know in a second if this will kill me. So it affects my immunity and my health. Oh, fuck me. Rotten food is going to be a godsend, but at the same time, it's a risk. But you do what you need to survive. Saving my game. I have to admit, this is the last thing I expected. I'm
This
dead
damn
weight
rain.
to her. I expected
Will it ever end?
respect or maybe loathing, but
climate
she
here
takes
is
me
in
as
chaos.
for a useless dreamer. Assigned me to take care of the town's corpses instead of other things I could be doing. No matter if someone needs to do this job, a doctor can't shy away from the dirty work. What's wrong with our corpses? I need to solve the problem of mass graves once and for all. Oh, and we need to choose which part of the town to designate as the new graveyard, because the old one currently refuses to entertain new guests. Uses to entertain new guests. You know who manages the graveyard? A miner. The Cretan Sabarov's assigned to be my helper. My helper. I'd like to emphasize subordinates stopped working because subordinates stopped working because something is bothering the girl. Starting to think that that brain atrophy is what is really killing this town. I know her name. It's Grace. I really couldn't care less. What matters right now is we lack a place to bury the dead. Thoughts? You are, after all, a local. Cremation? Spot on, Brock. If the morning report can be believed, the factory furnaces are spacious enough to solve our little problem, but locals refuse to burn the dead. And if we generously call their babbling an argument, it always boils down to the reference of the deranged girl. Look, I can't make heads or tails of what you want from me. From you? Oh, nothing. I was just sharing. From the local authority, though, I want a lot. I want to make sure that the burial business is supervised by someone a bit older than 15 and far more rational. I'll make sure it happens. Redemption, don't bother the girl. Maybe I can talk some sense into her. Alright. Alright, so I need to head to the inquisitorial area first. Then I can fast travel from there. On my way, I need to pick up everything I can for the sake of trading. And for stockpiling things like water, because water is going to be a trade commodity soon. The night market better be open at some point. Wait, is the man who runs the night market dead? Flank. I don't have anything you want. I don't have anything you want. Not willing to trade. I need to bring my immunity up. Fuck. I need to get through this area and get the fuck out of here. What's my quickest route? Through towards the, straight through this way and then towards the south. Fuck me. Marrow, you're respected here. But yeah, no, one of the things that people don't know or don't think about as often is the fact that even blood can be turned into food. That includes human blood. It's not a good way to do it, and it can make you very, very sick. But in this game specifically, I have a supply of blood. It should have allowed for you to use it as food. I have nothing she wants, but she has smoked me. Chisel and an empty water bottle. Ah. Handle stub, spring, metal scrap. Don't have anything I need, but... You know what? No. There we go. I knew she wanted something. That should deal with my health for a little while. Or not my health, my hunger for a little while. Ah. Empty bottle. You don't have any... Or I don't have anything you want. In the trash. Oh my god. I've somehow managed to get myself more food through trading than I have in a while. for anything else. And I still have the rotten food if absolutely necessary. Oh. Collected an herb.
You could cut the air.
Means 15 bottles of water. Hey, Rex. Lem. Hello. Long time no see. I don't have anything you want. I've got my chits as well. So that's a thing. Ooh. Oh, and apparently time doesn't pass when you're in a trash can. Which, by the way, that statement right there makes me giggle because of how much time I spent in a trash can in a different game. Time definitely passed in that trash can. Her questions are madness. What numbers? My work schedule. Who'd I be? Who I'd like to be rid of? I'm an ordinary person. Why ask me? I live a good life. I'm a productive member of the community. I've never hurt anyone. What'd you say? She's like a magician. Asked 4 questions, wrote down 3 letters. I have no idea what it means, but I'm scared. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Ah, I guess it was as lucky. I was lucky this time. I'm a good person, a good person. You're only realizing it now? I need to sit down. I'm dizzy. Huh. I can see that I've always had that in me. I see myself with different eyes. Hush, calm down now. But I've got kids. These hands work to feed them both. I teach them to be good. Did she summon your children too? How did she find out about the theft? Ah, it wasn't even a real theft, and I'll never do it again. Don't.
She's clearly a professional, a specialist in her trade.
She made an example of murderers and madmen. That was merely prologue. The game itself is yet to start.
Alright. Alright. I mean, Spellbreak has gone a little weird because there's a particular hacker that has essentially driven off a good chunk of the player base, but it's still a good game, so long as you don't wind up in a fucking match with them.
The squeal of the gears can't halt the machine. Okay. Alright, so now that I have food and I have my chits, I need to go talk to this guy. Then I can fast travel down to the south. Do you have anything? You have a fingernail. It's only noon in the day, so I should have a decent amount of time. Oh. This game is difficult, and yes, I know. The game itself has specifically told me that it's meant to be nearly impossible or nearly unbearable. I have a house to loot. Possibly. And though it seems unlikely at this point, since I can't go anywhere else other than this. Trade. There's nothing in here to loot. Fuck. I can trade him blood? So you say you have, or you say you know how to connect things, which is why you can cut, rip, and break them. Just like your father. Reuben made a cure for the sand pest, and he made it from strange blood. And you know a lot about blood. Reuben? Who's Reuben? My father's apprentice. Did he come to you? Lots of idiots found their way into Isidore's circle, although I guess not all of them were completely stupid. So he made a cure, huh? You sure? From blood? So its price will rise. No, that was special blood. Human won't do. A cure, huh? You're a big talker. What does a smartass like you want from me? Advice? Here. If you tell on me to that unholy wench, I'll claw my way out of hell and drag you back down with me. Got it? Like she needs you. Tell me, has anyone ever brought you unusual blood? I won't tell on you, and in return, you'll tell me where to find the most unusual blood in this town. Herb brides dance with the earth and at the ear. Did you know? To make Twire bloom better, cover themselves in some sort of mud that they call blood. You can probably pick its sample there if you want. I bet you haven't tried yet to brew a cure from mud, huh? You know what? I'll pay them a visit. Okay. So I need to fast travel down this way. It'll wind me right there. It'll land me right there. I need to stop by and give my kid a tincture. He's going to need it. I can't afford to let him die. My hunger is going up so quickly. I'll soon wind up in the same situation I was in last time, where I need to find as many people to trade with as I can. Can't trade with them. Nom 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 the Dilint. Mlem. Accept you in our boat for one anymore. Why? We line our boats with fingernails to make their paths smoother. You have become burdensome, Menku. Too much death, too much trouble in your chest. Too heavy for the boat to carry. We need 2 fingernails. One was enough to carry my burden before. You didn't carry a whole town on your back before. Have your fingernails. I only have enough for 1 more transit. I may not be able to fast travel from here on out.
check the trash. Hey, walnuts. It's food. Rotten food. A bull's bell. These items may help me a little bit. I had to come over here and ensure that my child stays safe. Possibly make more twire, or more, not twire, more tinctures if I have the ability. Oof. This game is getting harder and harder. I love it. I can only make one tincture. Where is my kid? There he is. It's the most I can do for you at the moment. Please don't become infected. My bull. Look who's back. Where have you been, stranger? Don't leave me again, alright? Or I'll have to tether you. Alright, alright. Who's a good bull? I'm not mad. You just left at a bad time. If you knew what went on here, you wouldn't have come back. There's exactly the reason you did. I'm going to collect twire as I go this way. If I hear or see any twire, I'll pick it up. Or twire herbs, specifically. Need water. I don't like having to do this. My immunity and health went down, but my hunger, at very least, is fine. So long as I don't fall into another, weird situation. Ah.
It wasn't me.
You brought new bodies,
Don't
didn't you?
look
Please,
at me
enough.
like
Stop
that.
bringing them here. There's so many of them I can barely hear. Grace is a graveyard. This is where the dead belong. Imagine 50 people crammed into this room. You can't bend your knees, can't turn, can't scratch your back, can't even shrug. And it lasts for days. How would you feel? It's torture. Do they hurt? The earth is cramped, no more space. They trample each other, they wail. And we must burn them, there's no other way, or they'll smother you. No, no burning. Then they won't be able to talk to us. The last thread will tear. Hope itself will dissolve. They'll be gone forever, can't you see? Something has to be sacrificed, better them than you. Look inside. I can't look inside. Throughout underground, the dead are shrieking and smothering each other. Can I... Even I can hear it if I try. It doesn't let me look inside. I'll have to look inside at night, I think. For now, we need to go talk to the brides. It's a long way. Long path. I have way more than enough of the red twire. Don't have enough of the others, though. On my way back, I'll check into who killed Reuben, if I can. Dodong Village, a place of old.
What?
Formanayun. The steppe is beautiful in fall. The fall is the season of truth. In fall, we keep our promises, our own deeds, our crimes, cleanse our mistakes. A good season. No, you are the foreman of the abattoir. Isidore Baruch's son. Little Artemy, I remember the first time I held you in my palm. The first time I carried carried you on my shoulder. Told you not to fear bulls. I do not know if it was any use to either of us. Perhaps it was to me. Your father's friend used to be. I'm a broken man, that's who I am, and you are not kindred. But tomorrow you will be, too. And then nothing will ever be fixed. I've been told you were in the termitary. I've been to the steppe. I went searching for an Aroka. An Aroks. What's wrong in what's going on in the Warrens, the termitary, I mean. I don't know, but all kin seem to be there, locked up, which is good. It saves their lives. Why do you ask? A terrible tragedy, many dead. I've seen this disease before. Your father did everything right. I'd give my honor and my life not to let it happen again, but since it has already come to pass, let us take advantage of this tragedy. Take advantage? What are you talking about, Tangier? Our people withered by the day, so in the town, that the town grew. It was built on our bones. Now the other way around. The town withers. Our people endure. Time to revive the kin. Bikara. What we need is unity, not discord. Wait, kindred. Look carefully, not at me, at Earth. The lines have brought us both to this dead place. I do not like it. So before you ask anything, tell me, why have you come? Make me cure for the sand pest. I need blood. Usual blood. Blood medicine, you say? Good. Well, I'm the foreman of the abattoir. My life is blood. I've cut open more bulls than you could count, than you could ever see in your life. My arms are elbows deep in blood. My arms knees deep. My legs knee deep. So what does it come from? Is this the Urdurg's blood? What is it anyway? This is difficult to explain. Instead, you should see. You'll need to come with me to the abattoir. Let's go. Foreman of the abattoir. Who's going to stop you? Not that simple. I'll gather the people, open the entrance, but it takes time. We'll figure out how the blood streams from there. We could have thought the ears bleed. Shiken bleeds. This is odd. Was there much blood here? I need to understand what sort of blood it is. Can you help me? Let me think. You look bad. Could you possibly be infected too? Blood in the abattoir foreman will let me in, but it takes time. I'll have to wait. There are a lot of herbs here. There are massive herb patches here. Those were a lot of herbs. Okay, so let's see how many herbs I actually just grabbed. Oh, Jesus fuck. I have enough to make quite a few tinctures, at least. At minimum, I can make about 12, I think. That'll be very, very helpful. And yes, Saki is adorable. Also, snuggles everyone! I need to go look into the deaths. Or into the death. Need to raise my immunity. I don't have a choice. Exhausted. I'll need to sleep. At minimum for an hour. But that'll bring my health up at least. Ah. My immunity is growing again, at least. Ah, that's the sound of a bull. Step has 1,000 eyes. I wish I knew the purpose of those bags. Those look like power lines. That may be the purpose of the bags, is to keep them from shaking or moving too much. You have food. I don't like having to give up my, tinctures, but I need the food. I think this is the building I need to be in. And I know this building has a save spot, and we're getting close to the end of the stream. Prophylaxis.
Twire, grass.
Come with a heavy heart,
black soil,
Sagir.
scents everywhere.
Did your people kill Reuben?
The best people have.
His conscience killed him. He
The
too
best
will walk with a
people
heavy.
are
Will walk
sense.
around with a heavy heart. So it tore away and slipped from his chest. So your people had nothing to do with it. Our hands never touched him, but eyes can touch. So we looked at him, made him look at us, made his conscience eat him from the inside. Were you the one that organized this? Or were your elders? What does it have to do with me? We, Katengar, feel everything together. We hold no counsel. We give no orders. The elders listen. The kin acts. Shiken wakes up again. Have you heard of the old village? I have. Was Reuben's fate decided there? Everything is decided there. The soil is thin, so one can hear everything. Understand, Sagir. That only in your world do people decide who lives and who dies. Think so highly of themselves. We do not think we listen. Everything happens on its own. If that was true, you'd still be walking on all fours. Consider a flock of birds. Birds give no advice, no speech. They take wing all at once and go where they need. For they know how to listen. They know not the concept of self. They fear not death. You'll become like that too. All will come to Shiken. All who come to the Shiken will understand. Perhaps later, when I'm smarter. Alright, so I'm going to save my game here. And this is where we're going to end this particular stream. So, if you enjoyed the gameplay or the commentary, give us a like. If you want to keep up with this or any of our other content, hit subscribe and ring the bell. Become part of our notification squad so you can see when we upload and when we go live. But for now, this is Kit the Soulless signing off. So until next time, everybody. Bye-bye! Also, oh woo! Later to Lint, later Aki, later Volk, and later to whoever else might be watching. Nom nom all of the faces. Nom. Anyways. Ta-ta! Lem.